Entrepreneurship 101, inspiring entrepreneurs to rise, innovate, and create lasting impact. How are you, Mr. Michael?
I'm doing well, partner. Welcome back. Excited about another great broadcast today.
Yes, we're live via satellite, people.
We're
We're live
live.
through all social media and so on. We were live through what? Cable or TV. I'm aiming for that, Mr. Michael, sooner or
Hey,
later.
just a matter
And
of time, my friend. Keep putting the work in.
yes, and we are live also for all the radio out there. I think we're live on Live 365, which is a radio company, and Radio Talk.
Awesome.
So we are expanding and expanding people and hoping that we are expanding through the universe as well.
That's right. That's right, Daniel.
Somebody will.
There's many lives to impact, many people to reach.
I hope we are live on Mars, Venus.
Hey, that just conversation for what podcast is that? 101?
Science 101.
Science 101. Yes. Soon we'll be coming live from Mars and other planets. You never know.
Another planet. Yes, why not? Think big, as they said.
That's right.
Dream big.
Dream big, work hard.
Oh, yes, work hard and work smart as well, don't you
That's
think,
right.
Mr. Michael?
That's right. We need to work smart, not just hard, but smarter. That's right.
hmm People, we are brewing another podcast with Mr. Michael. Sports 101 coming soon, but we are live of the every Thursday. We talk about sports.
Yes,
Mm.
that's a fun podcast. We love talking sports and
Mm,
talking life.
Talking life. Yeah, sooner or later, we will talk about also leadership. Leadership 101, people.
It's coming. Leadership, service. Yes, yes, it's coming. I'm
Mm,
super excited
and
about it.
and as well as AI 101. Mr. Michael is my new co-host on AI 101 with Miss Jackie Pellegrin. Last
Awesome.
episode, Mr. Michael and I we talk about, well, I think the foundation of AI, if
That's
I'm not
right. And how our
mistaken.
world, how it's changing our world so dramatically.
Mm, the
Yes.
dramatic changes of AI.
That's right. That's right.
So
And we need to be talking about it and we need to be prepared for it and having those conversations. Absolutely.
certainly. So, partner, what will be our topic for today on Entrepreneurship 101?
Hiring right, people, culture, and alignment. Yes,
Interesting. So, what do you think? What is all about hiring right people, culture alignment?
there's no way around it, Daniel. And winning teams have the right personnel, they have the right players that fall in line with the vision, the right values, the right camaraderie and teamwork. So it's very important, right, that we talk about getting the right people on your team.
Mm, certainly. Definitely. I think hiring is never just staffing decision. It's strategic act of
Yes,
shape culture, execution speed, and plus as well the trust of the, well, of the business itself.
that's right, Daniel. It's there's no way around it. It's winning teams have winning players, and in order to build winning teams, we need to build the personnel, pour into people, and make sure that we're on the same page and everybody's moving in the same direction.
This same page, people, for the success of the business itself. So, Mr. Michael, why do bad hires cost more than slow growth?
Bad hires, Daniel, affects productivity. The
Mm,
higher, yes, that's right. In order to achieve success, right, we need to be productive. And it's so important that you find people that align with your culture, that aligns with your values, that understands what winning looks like and understands their role when it comes to winning, and the amount of time and energy that it takes, right, to have to rehire, retrain staff impacts productivity. It impacts the bottom line. So it's so important, right, to hire people that are in alignment with your culture, values, and productivity.
Mm, certainly. Certainly, because I think speed's powerful in business. Well, headcount rises, roles feel, and momentum appears visible. So you need that growth and hire someone to fill on those success in your business.
That's right. That's right, Daniel.
So why does culture impact performance? Mr. Michael.
Culture, is the atmosphere that a business, an organization, a family, you name it, has. And in
Mm-hmm.
order for the culture to thrive, right, you've got to have the right people who understand that it's not just about fitting into culture, but adding value to a culture. Culture fit is about trying to get people to blend seamlessly into an existing group. It can start to become, Daniel, a little bit, homogenous type workforce. But when you find people that are culture additions, right? Those people bring new ideas, they bring values, they bring strengths to a team that may already be lacking, right? So if you really want to expand your team, don't just find people that you think are going to fit in. Find people that are going to stand out. Find people that bring something to the table that they're going to add to and not subtract from.
Very well said, partner. Very well said. And people, culture is not a decoration and around performance. It is an operating system
That's right.
underneath.
That's right.
You
Winning
need an op-
teams have winning cultures. Everybody's on the same page. They align on values. They speak the same language in many ways. They
Mm,
are always looking for ways to improve. But that really taps into leadership, right? Because the leader in leadership helps set the tone, helps establish a winning culture. It's kind of like, remember when you were in school, Daniel, you came into a classroom. The great teachers knew how to set the tone and have a winning culture. Teachers that did not have good classroom management, that were not well prepared, students tend to not thrive. I think the same principle applies when it comes to business. When you walk into the building, when you walk into that atmosphere, is it a is it a culture that is encouraging? Is it a culture that builds people, or is it negative? Is it about cutting corners? You know, great entrepreneurs, great leaders are willing to roll their sleeves up. They're willing to pick up a piece of paper off the ground. Why? Because they understand that no task, right, is not too big or too small. Because we want to set a tone and a culture that motivates people, that inspires people. Negativity, condemnation, fault finding, people tend to want to get away from those places. They want to get out of there. But when you got a culture where people are excited to come to work because they believe in the mission, they believe in the goals, and they know they play a role in it, now we're talking about a winning culture. In sports, right? Winning teams have winning cultures. They expect to win. They have winning habits. They have winning disciplines. They have a winning mindset. Yeah.
winning mindset indeed. And speaking of values, partner, why must values guide hiring decisions?
Because
Why is it?
without, yeah, great question. Without values, there's no standard. Without
Mm-hmm.
values, anything goes. It's a free for all. with values, right, we have the right principles, we have the right guiding principles that helps us not only prevent, you know, conflict or lack of productivity. It Winning values deals with natures of the heart. It deals with our character. It deals with our person. It's one thing to have good values for a business to thrive. That has its place. But it's a whole nother thing when you just have winning values as a person. That will translate well into business, into family, into any area of life. Values matter. And we want to have not only winning values, but lasting values that are about building into other people.
Very well said again, partner. Very well said. Yes, hiring is one of the most powerful culture setting action leaders make.
Yes.
Every offer letter is the statement about what the organization is willing to steward, tolerate, and multiply, and skills affect output, values determine impact over time.
Well said, partner.
Yes, certainly. So, how can alignment prevent conflict, Mr. Michael? How would you align
Yeah.
with the wish business?
When you have two people that have similar values, that want to win, that want to succeed, that want high productivity and high performance, then whenever there's a conflict, the chances of them working it out is going to be increased. Why? Because they have similar beliefs, they have similar
Mm.
goals, and finding people that align with the corporate values or the team values, they're willing to work things out. If you find two people that are problem solvers, chances are they're going to have a higher propensity to solve problems between themselves. They're going to be people that are not just looking, they're mining for conflict, Daniel. They're looking for areas that might not be, looking for areas where there may be tension or strife. Not that they're going out looking for it in a way of, playing it up, but they're looking for it to put out fires. Some people are fire starters, others put out fires. If you got enough people on your team who are not trying to just start a fire, right, but they're actually trying to put out the fires, then we can really get cooking then.
Certainly, yeah. And alignment is preventative medicine for organization. When people share expectation about purpose, standards, decision logic, friction decrease before it has chance to escalate.
Yeah, no, that's good. I was recently talking with someone, Daniel, and they were talking about hiring people.
Hmm.
And sometimes people come into a job and it's like, the mindset is let me hire great people and I can teach them what I want them to know,
Yes.
right? If you get the
Hmm.
right people, they can learn. If you don't get the right people, they can have all the skills, they can be tremendously talented, but if they don't work well with others, it's going to be hard to reach our goals. Get the right people with the right values, the right principles, and that are in alignment with the mission and the vision.
Alignment indeed. In everything there is in alignment. Even the universe, even the sun, the moon, the
That's right.
solar system, they are in alignment.
That's right. The laws of the universe are perfect, they are precise. And when we get in alignment with God, with the universe, with whatever it is that we're called to do, things flow, productivity increases. We're not just always fighting, charging up a mountain, but we can more flow down the river because we're in alignment.
So, Mr. Michael, why do founders hire too fast or too late? Why it's not in between?
Because timing, Daniel, right, can be sometimes a difficult science. You know, If we're too fast, we tend to make mistakes. If we're too late, we miss opportunities. That's why I think it's so important before we launch out into the deep to find some people who've done what you've done before that can walk you through who to hire, how to hire, and when to hire. You snooze, you lose. If you get out there too fast, right, we can make a bunch of mistakes that can impact the bottom line. So it's hard to teach timing. It's hard to teach timing, but it's kind of, you know, sometimes you just got to be in alignment with your purpose and with your value and your mission. And when it's time to move, you know when it's time to move. You trust your instinct, right? You trust your gut. And we need to be also be patient. Yeah. So in many ways, how do we find the sweet spot? I think it has to deal with having a strong intuition and striking when the iron's hot. So in many ways, you know, balance is the key. When we're operating in balance, you'll know when. How will you know? You just know. And when there's a need, when you're ready to go and the business is ready to go, now's time to hire.
Balance is the key, people. Balance. Because founders live in a permanent tension between urgency and caution. High too early and burn runaway. High too late and burn people.
Well said.
Yes, so Mr. Michael, why do or how does leadership influence men retention, I should say?
Because leadership is influence. And if you want to retain people, they need good leadership. It's hard for an
Hmm.
organization to outgrow its leadership. So leaders need to be on point, right? Leaders need
Yeah.
to be aspirational and inspirational. And that attracts people. That can cause loyalty to really resound within a business. When people know that the leaders love them, care for them, and are doing what's best for the organization and for the company, people want to be around that. They gravitate towards that. But if there's a lack of love, a lack of care, if there's a lack of training, right? If there's lack of values, then people are going to be looking for the next job. So if you
Mm.
treat people well, you pay them well, and sometimes the payment might not be money right now. Sometimes the greatest currency is pouring into people, investing in them with our time and our energy. That doesn't always have a dollar amount to it. But I tell you, if you invest in people, your business will grow.
Yes, certainly your business will grow, people, because retention is rarely decided by compensation alone. People join organization for opportunity, but they leave manager and environments that make sustained contribution difficult.
Yeah. I've heard it put, Daniel, people may go where they've been invited, but
Mm-hmm.
they'll stay where they're made to feel welcome.
True.
So we
And
got
they
to have businesses, right, that welcome
mhm.
people and treats them right.
And they more productive if they like the place that they're working.
Absolutely. We spend a lot of
Okay.
times on these jobs.
Mm.
We need to treat people right and invest in them and make the place uh, a place that they want to come back to and show up for and put the work in.
Yes, and
Yeah,
they give their best.
that's right.
So, Mr. Michael, why is clarity essential for teams? Why essential clarity is it? Why? In
Because
everything, not only
yeah,
in the business.
that's right. Clarity is all about vision, and where there is no vision, dreams die.
Hmm.
So we need to have a clear vision of where it is that we want to go, and then everybody can then get in alignment with that vision and start moving down the same road together. And sometimes, Daniel, in order to get clarity, we have to really tap into being an effective communicator. If we
Yes.
don't ask the right questions, sometimes we don't get the right answers. If we're unclear about something, are we willing to go have that conversation? Sometimes those might be uncomfortable conversations. It might mean you need to speak truth to power. But
Mm-hmm.
people who are true leaders can handle tough questions, particularly when the questions are about how can the team win? How can we be better? How can we push ourselves to deliver for our clients or for our constituents? So clarity is key. We need to be able to see where it is that we're going. And I realize that clarity can be hard to get because a business can be a leap of faith. And sometimes when you're stepping out on faith, you don't see everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that which we do see, we need to be able to respond to.
Certainly. Clarity is operational oxygen for
Mm,
teams.
that's
Without
good.
it, effort scatters, misunderstanding multiply, and talented people pull in different direction while believing they are aligned.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's good.
That's awesome. With clarity, be what do we have a clarity in our business or in our podcast, Mr. Michael?
That's right. We need clarity in our podcasts, in our businesses, in our families. You know, Daniel, employees who feel that they belong and resonate with the company,
Mm-hmm.
you know, are more three times likely to stay beyond 2 years. Those
Yes.
who don't have clarity, don't feel a sense of connection, who have not been onboarded properly, who have not been trained, they're going to be gone. It's just, in many ways, there's just no way around it. Investing in people is one of the greatest ways for your business, your family, any organization to thrive.
Thrive. We want to thrive, people. We want to thrive. So,
That's
how
right.
do expectations shape results, Mr. Michael? How do expectations?
Because people don't often do what you expect, sometimes they do what you inspect.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we need to have expectations, but we need to also have accountability, right? So
Yes.
expectations and accountability help shapes results. We need to have high expectations. That lets us know we've got some clear targets to go towards, to go after. But expectations alone won't get us there. That's like having a dream without any work ethic. We need both. So once people know what the expectations are, we need to shine the spotlight on that. This is what is expected. This is how we do our job. This is how we flourish. This is how we're going to thrive. This is how we're going to succeed. Now the bar has been raised and everybody knows what it is. And we can look at it and we have a clear target. We have a clear vision. And that helps drive results. That helps us have always something to come back to. Where are we on our goals? We said we were going to do this quarter. We said we were going to hit these marks this quarter. How are we doing along the way? That helps shape us. That helps drive us to reach those goals and to meet those expectations.
Mm-hmm. To reach those goals.
That's right.
People expectations operate like invisible architectures. They guide behavior before supervision appears and influence effort long before evaluations happens.
That's right.
So, Mr. Michael, why must trust be earned and maintained?
Trust is so vitally important. You know, trust can be built in raindrops, but it can be poured out in buckets. It can
Oh,
take
yes.
time to build trust, but you can lose it very quickly. So it's so
Mm-hmm.
important, right? That we, again, spend time investing in people. That takes time, just like in any relationship, right? It takes time to build trust. And you just can't demand it. Some people feel like if they have a title, Daniel, that they must, that the trust is just going to be given to them. Titles don't necessarily demand trust. Relationships builds trust. Time builds trust. Going through the ups and downs helps build trust. How we respond during adversity helps build trust. When the sun is shining and everything's going our way and all the lights are green and right and we got a step in our we got a nice step going about our day and we're skipping along and everything's great. Those aren't the times, right, that trust is really built. Oftentimes trust is built when things aren't going well, when our back may be up against the wall. So it's so important, right, to not just talk the talk but walk the walk. And goals help us get there. Having a clear target on our goals, because goals that are not set rarely get met. And that helps build trust. When people know that the leader is about reaching goals, that they're about putting the work in, people are going to get behind that. People will follow. Absolutely.
Again, very well said, partner. Trust is the central currency of collaboration. It determines how quickly decisions move, how honestly problems surface, and how resilient relationships remain under pressure.
That's right.
So, partner, the last question, the last but not the least, how does hiring shape long-term success?
Because people help us reach success. So hiring the right people is a golden key towards reaching our goals. Finding people that align with our values, who are hard workers, who are productive, who are problem solvers. They're going to bring all those skills to the business to help it thrive and help it succeed. So happy hiring, people. Happy hiring. You're muted, Daniel.
Yes, people, hiring now. It's time to hire if you need people and make sure you're hiring the right people. In the end, hiring is the most permanent decision leaders make on a daily basis. Like strategies pivot, products evolve, market fluctuate. But people you choose will interpret every change and carry it forward. Don't you think, partner?
Well said, partner. And if ever you have any problems in hiring, maybe you hire someone to help you hire. And if somebody's not working out, sometimes you may need to, make a change when it comes to that. So they may move on and you can move on. And that's okay if you have to do that. But we want to do it the right way. Spend the time investing in your staff, and you won't have to spend as much time trying to replace them.
Yes, certainly. And people, we are inviting you to please do listen to our other podcast with Mr. Michael T. Brown sooner or later, but we are live on social media, Sports 101. To be live on our other podcast next month. And Mr. Michael, what we are talking about on Sports 101?
Today on Sports 101, we're going to be talking about the psychology of winning. What separates champions from contenders? I love it.
Oh, it applies to that for our entrepreneurship people, right?
That's right.
The psychology of winning.
That's right. Winning in business, winning in sports, winning in life.
Winning in podcasting.
That's right. Hey, you are winning in podcasting, my friend.
And we are podcast machine. Yes. And also please do listen to our AI 101 because Mr. Michael is one of my co-hosts now. And we are talking about what are the pros and cons of AI.
That's right. And how it's changing our world. And we want to be prepared for that change.
We need to be prepared for that. Last episode with Miss Jackie, we talked about pros and cons of AI in our daily lives.
Awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Check it out, people.
Yes. Tune in, people, and we're live every Thursday with Mr. Michael. Starting next week, we were live via satellite. So, Mr. Michael, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Peace. God bless. Adios.
Motica people, see you soon.